Greetings to the people all over the world. This is Minister Hill coming to you on YouTube. And today we want to talk about temptation. Amen. All of us are tempted at one point or another. We all will have our hour of temptation. So today we want to talk about temptation. Temptation is the act of tempting. And I don't mean Eddie, Otis, Melvin, Paul, and David Ruffin, the temptation. I'm not talking about those guys, you know. You got a smile so bright, you know you could have been a candle. No. The way you swept me off my feet, you know you could have been a broom. No, I'm not talking about that temptation, my friend. But I'm talking about the temptations of an armored car worker that goes into the banks and the businesses to bring money out to the truck. Thinking about if they could just only take some of that money and then just disappear and get away scot-free. That's the temptation I'm speaking of. The act of enticement or allurement. Money allure us all. Am I right? The casinos are full of allured people. Some that can barely breathe, that's pulling their oxygen tank. Some that can barely walk, that's riding around on electric scooters. But money allured them to take a chance. Maybe they can't breathe or walk, but the temptation of money allured them into the casino. Men and women alike are tempted by another or something other. Some people were tempted while they were in a relationship, and they married the one that they were tempted by. None of us are exempt from being tempted. Temptation is not just a sin, but when we yield to temptation, that is a sin. All the way from the pew, all the way to the door, we all will encounter temptation in our life. And if you don't have willpower or resisting power, you will fall into temptation. Some things we cannot resist on our own. Therefore, we need the help of the Lord to make a way for our escape. Jesus himself was tempted by the devil, and he resisted the devil, and the devil left him for a season, letting me to know that if Jesus abide in me, therefore I will have the same resisting power. Some women, my friend, think that they are strong when they resist the everyday man, the garbage man, the milkman, the mailman, the average John Q. Public. They can resist him. Oh, but let them be caught in secret with Donald Trump or Barack Obama. Temptation don't care if one is married or not. As I watch Barack Obama on TV, I watch the white as well as the black women all over him. And they have no care about his wife being in the midst. No care. And I'm sure when Barack gets home that he gets scorned and his wife tells him what to do and what not to do concerning the women. Temptation. The temptation of getting close to a man with power excite the average woman. There are famous rappers and ball players can have almost any young woman they want. And they don't even have to leave the stage. They could just send one of their boys to fetch and pick and choose from the audience. And sometimes after the show, they'd be lined up, the young women, backstage, waiting for the rapper or the ball player. Snoop Dogg is a married man, but on stage, he sends his signal, Machizzle Mafrizzle, and they all come running because he has power in the rap game. Oh yeah. Amen. Some women even like funeral home directors because they have power over the dead. Amen. But it's something about when powerful men go to prison, then all of a sudden the temptation leaves the silly women. Am I right? It leaves them instantly. When one of the powerful men with power go to prison, they're no longer tempted. But now there are some women that are turned on by the man that's in prison because he hasn't had a woman in a long while. This is a turn on. And some women marry men that are in prison because of sex. Well, what else could it be? They can't pay your rent or buy food, or the two of you can't go holding hands walking down Broadway. So what else could it be but sex? And she sympathized with him because he's locked up and hard up. Talking about temptation. Temptation is not of God, but of the devil. When a man is tempted, it is not of God. God cannot tempt no man with evil, neither can God be tempted with evil. Temptation has and knows no respecter of person. Temptation even came to the woman first. God said to Adam and Eve, the day that you eat of this tree, you will surely die. The tempter said to Eve, you will not surely die, but your eyes will be open, and you will be as God. Temptation is not of God. So that should tell us that if we are tempted by stealing, cheating, or some unbiblical religion, that it is just not right because it is not of God. Therefore, we must flee from that temptation. We shouldn't be baffled over temptation because it is something that's not right. A lot of people are dead that was killed by some jealous lover. Or they are in jail because they yield to the temptation. You don't contemplate, my friend, over temptation. Cast it out while you land on your pillow and having pillow thoughts. Cast out the ungodly temptation. While you thinking, looking in the newspaper, in the daily horoscope, looking for answer. No. Cast it down and cast it out. You must come to grips with yourself. We're going to part 2, talking about temptation.